So Reno River Festival is coming up. Have you ever been?
I've never been.
No?
I know, it's crazy.
we went down. It's the first time I've kind of seen it as well, and I didn't realise they have like a run amok, you know, where people go.
That's fun.
Yeah, and kind of get muddy.
I have heard about that.
Have you?
I have heard about that.
I saw some pictures from last year and it looks pretty messy.
Yes, to say the least.
And then also we went down and also checked out, and they've got some world class kayakers this year.
Okay.
And we went down and checked them out, and they were kind of doing these crazy backflips in the water and stuff like that. Because I know you do a bit of kayaking, right?
Yes, but never to that extent. No flipping under for me.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Bless. Well, check this out because there's some really impressive stuff that they've done.
Great.
Check it out.
I'm Michonne Aguilar, here with the producer, Jim Lynchfield. So Jim, you're the coordinator and producer of this whole river festival. Tell me about, what does it entail?
Well, to produce it, it takes just about all year, but we're getting ready for a 3-day festival here, May 7th through the 9th. It's kind of become the unofficial kickoff to the summer season in Reno. It's a 3-day event, jam-packed full of competitions, events, music, entertainment, food, expo. It's a really fun weekend.
So what are the different events for each day?
Each day, Friday, we start with our open freestyle competition. That will lead right into a bunch of bands in the afternoon at the Wingfield Amphitheater, and then right into our kickoff party at the Imperial Bar and Lounge on Friday night. Saturday opens up with the Pro Invitational Freestyle, which we'll have the opportunity to talk to Nick Troutman and Emily Jackson a little bit later, both current world champions. They're competing in that event. And then Saturday afternoon has become one of the most popular events, is the Run Amok. That event has just been just going crazy.
Now, Run Amok is one of the biggest runs in downtown Reno. So how would you talk about it, or what would you say it entails? Like, I know people dress up, or
well, when we started it, we started it 3 years ago. What we wanted to do is not have your traditional running event, but have an event that just kind of embraced that quirkiness of downtown. So we have it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a costume contest before that, and then we have it's an obstacle course. We have a mud pit and a bunch of kind of secret obstacles that people experience every year.
How'd you come up with this whole idea of Run Amok, with like the mud and the dressing up and all that?
You know, it was all of my team that, you know, just being kind of creative and kind of pushing ourselves to come up with something fun and exciting and what we think the community would embrace, and so far they have quite enthusiastically.
Now, have you hit a good amount of people coming out and knowing about this event, or has it gone down?
No, it's grown every year. We've grown the Run Amok itself. This will be the 3rd year, and every consecutive year in the first 2 we've doubled participation. And right now with pre-registration, which people can do at www.renoriverfestival.com, we're almost twice as many people to date in pre-registration. So we're expecting great numbers. You know, with weather like we've been blessed every year, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there a deadline when people need to sign up by, or?
Yeah, for online registration, it's a couple days before. That online registration will close the week before.
Okay.
We will accept some on-site registration, but with respect to sizing t-shirts and all the other stuff, it'd be great if people got out and registered online.
All right, well, if you want to do Run Amok, make sure you sign up on that website. And now we're going to meet with Emily. Tell me a little bit about Emily.
Emily Jackson has been to every river festival since we started 7 years ago. She started as a young teen and has now grown into she won the current freestyle world championships in Thun, Switzerland last summer.
Right.
She's now coming out here with Nick Troutman, and I'd like to introduce her.
All right, sounds good. I'm here with Emily Jackson, the women's world champion for kayaking. So Emily, tell me, how'd you get involved in this?
My father was on the Olympic team in 1992, and really I was born directly into a kayak and started competing when I was 12, so been it since.
Wow, and how'd you learn more about all the different techniques and get involved with, like, you know, competing more or less?
Really because my father has a strong competitive streak. He taught me that, you know, playing games is a lot of fun, and it's really fun when you're on top. So ever since I got into a kayak, it was just about, oh, I want to try and be the best at this. How do I do that?
Did you love it, or did you feel pressured into it?
I was definitely pressured into it when I was younger, but that's why I didn't really start kayaking until I was 12, because everyone expected it of me, but once I did it for myself, I really took off.
So are you a local, or where are you from?
I'm from Rock Island, Tennessee, but I only live there maybe like 2-3 months of the year because I'm kayaking for the rest of the time.
And do you travel all around the world, or do you mostly stay within the States, or?
Everywhere. I've been to Africa like 6 times. I've been to, you know, any different place you can imagine, wherever there's water, really.
So what would be your best advice for someone who wants to get involved in kayaking?
really simple. Just check out, look online. Generally, anywhere you go, if there's water around, even if it's a pool or flat water, there's people that probably love kayaking in your area. So just meet up with them, get in the water, and it's fun from the start. So.
Okay, so do you have any special move that you do when you're down there kayaking, or do you just kind of just improv?
There's a lot of different special moves and a lot of different techniques. Really, I'm just trying to close the gap between female and male competitors. So any big tricks that they're doing, I'm just trying to do those.
Is there a certain technique you need to know or learn how to do?
You just have to really know all the different edges and the different parts of your kayak. It has a lot to do with how the water, reading the water is really important to be a top level kayaker. Just being able to put your boat and your water together a certain way generally helps you perform your tricks.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Emily.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll look forward to seeing you at the Reno River Festival. I'm here with Nick and Steven, world class and U.S. national champions. So Nick, tell me, how'd you get your title?
I actually went to the World Championships in Switzerland last year with Steven, and I did pretty well and was able to take the title from my father-in-law and become the new world champion.
Wow. Now, what kind of tricks did you perform?
It was a bit of a different feature than here at Reno. It was on a wave, so we were doing more aerial barrel rolls, such as like an air screw or a helix, different moves like that. Here at Reno, you'll see a lot more of front flips and different things like that because it's more of a hole, but it was really cool.
How long have you been doing this?
I think I've been doing it since I was 13, so about 8 years.
Wow. How'd you get involved with kayaking?
I started kayaking because my best friend got into it back in my hometown on the Ottawa River up in Canada, and he was just like, oh, this is really fun, you want to give it a shot? And within 15 minutes I fell in love with the sport, and I pretty much haven't left the seat of my kayak since.
Wow. And Steven, you're the U.S. champion. How did you get involved with kayaking, and what kind of moves do you perform?
Well, I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. And then I used to rock climb a lot and watch the kayakers in the Potomac River below me. And it just looked like so much fun that without ever having tried it, I just went out and bought all the stuff one day and got a friend to teach me, and I just have loved it ever since. That was 13 years ago. And it's slowly taken over and ruined my life. Now I can no longer work a normal job and I just have to kayak every day.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
It's true.
So, you travel around the world. What's your favorite place that you go? Or you've been to?
Some of the best places are in California, just over the hill here. Lots of good water. In Canada, we've been to Zambia, Uganda, all over Africa, just all over the world you find all kinds of water, and it's fun traveling out of your kayak because you go to all kinds of places you'd never go otherwise.
So what would you suggest for new kayakers? Like how to get involved, or what kind of things to do to prepare to kayak on these rivers?
Well, the best thing to do is to find a kayak school close to you and take a beginner lesson. That way you're going to learn as fast as possible and be able to have as much fun as possible. They'll also tell you what gear you can get. It'll make it easy to learn. They'll help you figure out where's a good safe place to go after you take your class. The Truckee River here is a fantastic place to learn. It's safe. There's people swimming through here all the time, so you know it's not going to be too rough and dangerous. And just having it this close to the city makes it a great asset to the community for people to enjoy the river.
Now, I saw you doing some front flips over here. How long did it take you to master that?
Oh, not too long. The newer boats are really short. They're made to just jump out of the water and flip over. So some people can learn within a year. After they just learn how to roll, then you can just try it. Nice thing about doing freestyle in a kayak is it doesn't hurt. You're not going to hit rocks. It's just fun.
All right, so Nick and Steven, you guys compete against each other. How does that feel?
It's pretty cool. When I was actually learning how to kayak, Steven was one of my instructors, so it's pretty cool to kind of learn from him and then actually be able to be good enough to compete against him. So I'm pretty excited, and he's beaten me here before, and I don't think I've ever actually beat him here in Reno, so I'm hopefully going to give him a run for his money this year.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, I feel great. Nick beat us all at the World Championships last year. It's so fun to watch Nick because he's got such a good attitude. He's so explosive on the wave. The kayakers are generally, even we're competitive, we're really friendly and just enjoy being out in our boats. It's just another great day on the water with a lot of friends, even if it's a competition. So there's not a whole lot of angry competitiveness. It's all just a great time.
Well, that's great. Thank you guys. Good luck this year.
That looked so cool. I'm really gonna have to go check that out this weekend.
Yeah, no, those guys were just awesome, and some of the stuff they do was just absolutely crazy.